25 foot this way.
I love this little tractor, but it's a little garden tractor. It doesn't have much power, but I was trying to bucket skid this with that bucket, you know, try to skid this out here. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm just scratching this ground up with the hoe, and it doesn't have to be perfectly level, but it's high over here, you can see. And so I'm just scratching it out, and that way I can get it with the bucket, and then I'll just come back with gravel, and then Dennis is going to box blade it all smooth for me and level, and we'll use a builder level, like a laser level, to make sure that, you know, once it's all graded out, then it'll be at the height of the finished floor of the existing shop. Because what they're going to do is they're going to come in here and they're going to basically remove this gable wall right here, and they're going to move it down 2 bays, and they're going to add on to this, so it's going to be like 2 of these shops. So I'll have, instead of just 2 doors, there'll be another 2 doors here. So it's just like they're putting another one right next to it, but using that existing wall for that wall. So it'll be like 3 sides, and this will be open still, so it'll be like one large continuous shop. So that'll be really cool. I got a hydraulic leak here, so got to figure out where it's coming from. I think it's coming from this connection right in there. Hopefully that's something I can fix easy. comes Andy with the gravel. Zip it. Load number one. There goes Andy for the next load. I'm hoping to, well, I expected there to be like 12 yards in that truck, but he goes by tons, so I'm not sure how that mathematically equates. I figured about 12 yards to fill this where we excavated out. Then I was gonna get another load to put over here so I can park on it and not, you know, when it's winter time and it's soppy and yucky, you know, it's very slippery and, you know, you get your shoes wet and all that. It's kind of dangerous. So I was going to bring that all back around to here, fill in all this grass, and I might need to get a third load. And he's kind of can get in there anytime to get the third one, but start with the first two. But I would like a little walking path from here to the front door because it's soppy and yucky too. And then my man door right here going into the shop, you know, you can see I got a pallet laying there, but I need to have some sort of connector where I can walk on that gravel, you know, up to the front door, back and forth. And then this is pretty thin here, coming out to the fire pit. It's not real dense. You can see there's a lot of kind of bare spots in here. So I'd like to thicken all this stuff up too and then hit it with the weed killer, get rid of all this excess growth here. So that's kind of the plan. If I need to get a third load, well, that's just fine. We'll do that. And if I end up with extra, I want to do something out here by the apron where it meets the county road. I want to kind of build up where the gate closes out here, just in case we get high waters again. The creek's down that way, and then it starts to back up through this county road. It starts flowing up this way, and you see there's a little bit of a hump to the road, but I mean, this gets all the way up, and once it breaches this threshold right here, then it just starts to come on in here. And that's why, if you look down the driveway here, how it's kind of wide in spots, it's irregularly shaped. That's because, well, I had running water coming down through here, and it just sort of pushed that rock around. And hopefully, if I put a berm across there, it'll help some. So that's the plan. Now we're waiting for the second load. And then, I don't know, maybe tomorrow or the next day, Dennis will come down in his little John Deere. Between that thing and this one, we'll be pushing around that gravel. And there is a small box blade over there that he's really good at using. I'm sure he'll have that on. He's going to be the leveler. I borrowed the the laser transit, so that we can check our heights to make sure we're the same height as the finished floor in the existing shop, so that everything just kind of flows and it's all level as floor as you can with gravel. And then that way, when the guys come to do the addition on the shop, you know, they're working with level ground, and that way the continuous roof line doesn't have a, you know, a kink in it. It's all got to be the same. So one thing I'm a little worried about is that shop is an okay size compared to my little cabin. But then when I double the size of this shop, it's really going to outweigh, you know, what the size of this cabin. But I really need the room. I've got stuff in storage. I've got a cargo trailer over here that's still full of stuff I've got to unload. It'd be nice to get all that out of there so I can use that trailer. And I've got stuff back in town yet, and then I could take all the things out of the storage unit, put in here. I could actually park my side-by-side in there, which would be nice. Right now I've just got too many projects in there going on, and I'm using up both bays. I can live with the tractor being outside, that's fine. But, you know, it'd be nice to be able to poke that in there depending on what's going on. And if not, no big deal. I was thinking about building a lean-to out here to put like that trailer, my pickup that's hiding behind around the other side. Got a little boat, and the tractor, and like, you know, my zero turn, it's outside of the garage right now. It's kind of hiding over here. You can barely see it in the shade. But I don't like that stuff being outside, so I'm gonna really enjoy expanding the shop. Plus, I will be able to take these solar panels that are just temporarily here right now. I've got 4 up on top there, hard to see up on that shed roof there. But these are just temporary. It'd be nice to get them up on the addition of the shop and out of the way. And I've got another 3 of them stored over here on the other side of the burn barrels there in that outdoor shower. So 3 or 4, so I can load up that other roof there and get better exposure than what these are facing, more west than south. And these are facing just the direction I want to, but they're just, you know, they're great for summertime, the angle. They're not so good for wintertime. They want them a little steeper, but you kind of get what you get. So making them the most optimal, this would be great. It's a little rough, but looks like I'll hit it with the hand rake. But I can't find my hand rake. I may have to go get another one if I can't find it. I've been looking for it for a while. I've been wanting this little gravel out to the shop and around to the door. And I'll see if Dennis can get on this box blade, smooth out this driveway for me again. I just roughly knocked some of this down, but it's hard to tell, but the sun's peeking down. It's starting to cool off. That's enough for today. I feel good about the progress, and whenever Dennis feels up to it, he'll come over and box blade this out, and I'll help with the red tractor as much as I can and get this place back into shape a little bit. Good. All right, well, I redid the gravel here for the fire pit. I made this little trail from the front door over to the shop, added all that around to the door, and Dennis put some there. When I get the wood, I bring it across there and put it in the window. But I'm gonna scrape that low and see if I can bring it back out to here, which is crazy because this whole friggin' place looks like it's nothing but gravel now. It's weird. I mean, look how wide this is. Anyway, got all this filled in, and then enough for 2 cars to park, you know, after the shop's put up over here, which is nice. And it's like, good Lord, that is a lot of gravel. Yeah, I could.
Put all your tools in this one and leave it that son of a bitch.
Yeah, I could frame the new one out.
Yeah, frame
and
it
then
out.
just make it a little
Cabin.
mother-in-law quarters.
There you go. How deep is that?
25 foot deep.
Really?
No, it's 20 feet deep
25.
and 25 foot wide, because those bents are every 5 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
That's 25 foot this way.
But now I can
Plus
get
the
those
biggest-
panels
Yeah.
and put them up
So you
there.
got 3 other panels laying out here on pellets too.
Yeah, I know.
need another flood. So that gravel can look like this gravel.
These guys weren't even here 4 hours. Busted out that addition for me. So I've got some grading to do here. I'm gonna get another load of gravel. This chunkier stuff here I like. Level this out. That way I can have 2 parking spots here at the end. And I'm gonna take this dirt that I excavated out. And I'm gonna build a berm around this just in case I get high water again, which I really hope I don't, but can never be too safe. But now, good Lord, this building really makes my cabin look tiny. Gonna have to get onto the addition on the other side at some point, but that's gonna be down the road. Anyway, I'm pretty excited.